Hello everybody, my name is Jeans and welcome to my channel. This is my ESO weekly news series where I talk about what is going on in the ESO community. The Undaunted event is coming up and it is one of my favorite events, so much so I bought ESO Plus from my PlayStation NA account as well. No exact date has been set yet for this event, but their Q3 event calendar puts it in early September, maybe after Lost Depths drops on console. The Undaunted want you to put your life and your dignity on the line for bragging rights once again. During the Undaunted celebration, conquer challenging dungeons for bonus rewards. The first final dungeon boss you defeat in a day will drop 2 event tickets and a special glorious Undaunted reward box. This box contains an assortment of valuable goods, motive pages, and a guaranteed chance for one of the new style pages for this event's Opal weapon, which features a return of previous Undaunted celebration Opal gear from Lambris, Stroke King, Bloodspawn, Engine Guardian, and Chokethorn. This year's new Opal style is themed around Velodreth from Cradle of Shadows. Defeating the bosses on the Veteran Hard mode of those dungeons has the chance to drop the Opal shoulder style page for those bosses as well. Subsequent dungeons you complete will continue to award slightly less valuable Undaunted reward boxes, which still have a chance to drop those weapon styles pages. Big change this year is the Undaunted reward boxes are named based on where you got the box drop from. While all boxes have a chance to drop the Opal pages accordingly, each box also drops a bonus set piece from an item set that can drop in the respective dungeon. For example, if you run Fungal Grotto for your boxes and tickets, you'll only get Fungal Grotto gear. Get in those other dungeons if you want other item set pieces. The Impresario offers style pages for this year's Velodreth Opal equipment for 5 tickets each, as well as the first 2 fragments for the Daggerfall Paladin costume morph for 10 tickets each. To get the drops for this event, you have to defeat the final boss of any dungeon. You can join a dungeon by queuing with the Dungeon Finder tool or just travel to the dungeon. You will get goodies whether you do it alone, in a group, duo, or with companions. This Reddit post by Lord Zion asks the real questions. What are some unspoken rules in ESO? The ESO community does not disappoint in the answers. Here are some of my favorite. I will leave a link in the description below, go check it out, it is an amazing discussion. Always take everything out of treasure chests whenever you find any and open it. Don't disband the group after a dungeon, just leave the group. Disbanding the group can prevent people from finishing the quest before getting kicked out. Be wary of getting scammed in zone chat. Never attack someone fishing in Cyrodiil. Also, leave questers alone. We got an update from Matt Ferrer about the hardware update pending for PCEU and consoles, and it is not good news. The upgrade has been delayed till March of next year, and consoles have to wait even longer for an upgrade. Consoles might see an upgrade in 2024. The current state of the game on consoles is in desperate need of attention, especially Cyrodiil. Half the time we are fighting default figures, the characters don't load, skills don't connect, and alts don't go off. Now that we are well underway on our server hardware upgrade project, it's time for an update. Most of you reading this know that we successfully replaced the PC North American Mega Servers hardware back in May, and we have been hard at work planning, ordering, and preparing for the PC European server upgrade. The last time we gave you an update, I mentioned the timelines to order, prepare, and configure this amount of hardware would take many months, and unfortunately those timelines have only gotten longer. Even though we ordered the hardware for PCEU long ago, we still are waiting for some critical parts, some of which are foundational to the whole service. To be completely transparent, it will take about 10 more weeks before all the pieces are delivered. Then the process of building and testing begins, which takes weeks longer. Based on what we know today, we anticipate everything being updated, tested, and running the live version of the game around March 2023. We expect the hardware upgrade for the console servers to be sometime soon after that. I know this probably isn't the news you are all wanting to hear. We are in the same boat. We all want this process to be faster than it is possible to be. We will continue to do this absolutely as quickly as we can, as soon as we can. We'll check in towards the end of the year with an update and a firmer date. Until then, thanks for the patience. In this week's tidbit news, we have the ESO Sea Shanties Community Contest is still open till September 9. Post a TikTok or Instagram reel of your singing or dancing to original song created by Zos and performed by Matthew Heafy. Winner will be announced on October 5th. In episode 1, we mentioned a Q&A with Doolef of the Mages Guild about dungeon lore in the Second Era. Zos posted these questions and answers in this post. Go check it out. Elgato, in collaboration with Zos, is doing a giveaway. You can win this custom-made Elgato Stream Deck plus a copy of High Isle by retweeting and following Elgato and the Elder Scrolls Online on Twitter. Winner will be drawn September 1st. Henchwench Makes made 25 Breton chests for the Bethesda Australia, New Zealand, and Southeast Asia ESO High Isle launch. Look at all that loot. Zos announced their next ESO live event, which will be September 2nd, 4 p.m. Eastern Time on the Bethesda official Twitch channel. This week we are playing Fashion ESO, with Kevin asking the community to post pictures of their in-game characters. This post will be open till September 6th with some potential in-game rewards for their favorites. Next week, ESO Weekly News episode will be posted on Wednesday, 7th of September. The DLC will drop on console on the 6th, and I would like to add the community's reaction to it. This week's weekly tip for new players is Beginner's Questlines. For this week's tip, there will be minor spoilers for the High Isle tutorial. If you wish to go in completely blind, here is where we part. So you made a character and finished the tutorial. The game will put you in this room where you can choose where to go. What should you do first? Where to start? The short answer is it doesn't matter. You can start anywhere and go anywhere. You can even do multiple quest lines at a time. You can start with the latest DLC, High Isle, or you can do the DLCs in order. That will be Vvardenfell, Western Skyrim, Somerset, Elsweyr, Blackwood, and High Isle. But if you want to start at the beginning, start with your faction questline. Bleakrock Isle for Ebonheart Pack, Stras Mackay for Daggerfall Covenant, and Gennarthi's Roost for Aldemary Domain. If you skip the tutorial, the game will load you in the latest chapter you own. Currently, the latest chapter is the High Isle. From there, you can manually travel to these areas. My character is a Daggerfall Covenant citizen, so Stras Mackay is where we start. The beginning quests for your faction should be easy to find. Follow your quests to the end, and they will eventually lead you to the main area for your faction, or travel via Wayshrine. Again, for me, it is Daggerfall. For EP, it will be Devon's Watch, and for AD, Volkal Guard. Here is where you will pick up the main quest, Soul Shriven in Cold Harbor. The hooded figure will be right here, just talk to her. If for some reason she is not there, you can still find her here for DC. Here for EP, and here for AD. Pro tip: NPCs you encounter during the main faction questline and main questline will remember you when you do the DLC quest. So even though you can start anywhere and do anything, there is some continuity in the main storylines. This is all for this week, guys. Check in next week for more ESO Weekly News. Bye!